I have one question. When it comes to Mahadev, what is the meaning of he is responsible for tamas?
Tamas. Tamas.
But he is also spiritual, isn't he?
You are also spiritual. Brahma is in the mood of passion, creating. Vishnu is in charge of maintaining goodness. And Lord Shiva is responsible for destruction. This universe, everything what exists now. And the end of the life, Brahmas, he will start dancing, becomes Nataraja. By his dancing flames, fire come and he will burn all the whole universe, everything. So this is his service to the Lord. That is like we have to understand, according to Shastra and our acharyas, as they tell us, like Brahma, Shiva, not Vishnu, but Indra, Ganesh, all the demigods, these are positions in every universe. And these positions some jiva can take these positions also. When they become qualified, when they are this level, then jiva enters this position, like a minister or president or whatever position one, higher position one may have in this material world. In the same way, also Shiva is a position. If there's no qualified person, Jiva, who can take over, then Sat Shiva from the spiritual plane, he takes this position of Shiva. And Indra also, and Ganesh, all demigods. So it is described like this in the Shastras. So also you can become Shiva. You have many Shivas in this world, destroying. Everybody lives in his universe. So all these personalities are also in our world, but this is a little difficult to understand. And we also have been Brahma once. We have created, we had the desire to create, and we had a high position. We could decide to go to the spiritual, to the eternal world where we are coming from. Or we can go to the illusory plane, to this material world. So how in the beginning we can just, as it is described, we stay in a neutral place, neutral plane. We can see the spiritual plane, Vaikuntha, Vishnu, Ram, and we can see also the material world. But we decided not to enter either spiritual nor material plane. But he could see the activities in the material world, and we thought, let us try. They are dancing, and their demigods are living life like Lord Brahma. Once he created a horse, and he became attached to the horse. And he, in the last moment, he realized, hey, I'm not a horse. He came back to his position and created further. But we also did like this. We identify with something, we become attached in this material world. And then we become covered. In the last days we discussed it. Ahankara, the first. We identify with something we created. Maharaj, he should sit here. Okay, he likes. So this is how we came here in this world. Okay. Radha Govinda. These are higher topics, we have to concentrate, otherwise we lose. Yes.
This is explained in Bhagavad Gita, also there's the Supersoul and the soul and the Supersoul in this body. And there's this description with a tree, and the soul eats the fruit of the tree, and sometimes it turns to the Supersoul.
Yes.
Because
That is,
speaking, or what is the mind?
This example is given that the super soul is the advisor, Krishna, or is always with the living beings as long as we are in the material world. In the spiritual world, he is not. There he is everywhere. It's not in the heart that we have become like spiritual beings. There's no necessity. But the example is given with one parrot, actually two parrots, sitting on a branch. And there on this tree, there are some fruits. But they are bitter fruits. So the soul, jiva, is one parrot. The other parrot is the super soul. So it's sitting also in our heart. And the jiva wants to taste the berries or the fruit, but this fruit is bitter and maybe poisonous also. And Supersoul tell him it is like conscience in us. You should not take this. It will be bitter or it may harm you. But we are not following the advice. of the Supersoul, because we are too much attached to enjoy the fruit. So then we have to go through this experience of eating bitter fruits. We get maybe sick, or they taste very bitter. So in the same way, when we come this material world, as soon as we enter, the conscience, the Supersoul, will tell us, don't do this. But our will, our desire is so great, let us taste it. So in the beginning we may control, okay, I have tasted it, I go back to my neutral stage. But then he realized, oh, it's not so bad. I can come back at any moment. When it gets dangerous, I will go back. But by doing it, he becomes addicted, like drug. If you take drugs, you may get addicted to the drugs. So one day he will get the border, he will cross the border, and he will forget where he comes from. He identifies with the situation, whatever he created. And he expands from this point. He comes into this circle of forgetting ahankara. First we get identified with I am demigod, let's say. And then come all these elements manifest, becomes more and more gross. But we are actually spiritual beings, not visible with our eyes, not touchable with our, not smell with our nose, what we are. And we cannot understand it with our intellect, with our mind. It is beyond. So these coverings will cover us, and we start to take one bird after another, because our desire expands. We have forgotten where we are coming from, where we are at home. So we should hear the Supersoul. This means we have to become more sensitive. The Supersoul is always there, but we are not hearing, and we are not seeing. Our desire to identify, to enjoy this world is too powerful. Hare Krishna.
What to do if you're not qualified to hear the Supersoul actually? What should the living entity do? If he wants to hear the Supersoul but he's not qualified.
Follow Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Name Krishna, Nami, and Krishna himself are not different. Sound, this is the sound incarnation of the Lord. If we know how to chant under the guidance of a bona fide sadhu, we can realize, we can understand this. And pure sadhu chants the name of Krishna, then Krishna appears. He is with him. He has so surrendered, he has so much devotion that the Lord himself feels attracted to his path. that he appears. And when we come to this on this level, then our material life is finished. Sorry, don't hear too much Hare Krishna. Then we come back, we can go back home. Then we are not experiencing death, we are not afraid of death. Was Satchidananda is not here? Chaitanya. Like this is working this world. You will not find, this is Bhakti. Bhakti mam avajanadi, Bhagavad Gita said. If you want to know me, only through Bhakti. Only what means Bhakti, Sharanagati, surrender. Yes, my Lord, I cannot see you now. My eyes are blind to see you. Because you are beyond matter. These eyes can only see most gross things. We even cannot see the mind. Only in the dream you can see. What eyes you have when you dream? You can see something when you dream? Somebody has dreamed? Even imagining, in the mind something you see. But what kind of eyes you have there to see? This Western world is blind, absolutely. Materialists and those who are in the matter, they cannot see. And mind, intellect, you cannot see the intellect. Who is intelligent? Who is creating atomic bomb? Is he intelligent? Or is this one intelligent who discovers actually nobody dies. Nobody has to die. We are all eternal living beings because we identify with body, mind and intellect. And these things have to die all the time. Life after life, we have to come and experience it. So who is intelligent? Who understands this sign? Are those who are creating all kind of they go in details, to find out why what happened. This is all useless. In 100 years, everything changed. But what benefit you get from? So we are not interested really to understand who we are, where we are coming from. We want to make our living room in this material world, but we have to also accept birth, disease, old age, death. This is the price. And again we may come. Because we are not serious, sincere. We don't want to really. We want a comfortable life in this body. But we want, those who are intelligent, they want comfortable life eternally. eternally. We are not meant for being in this world. This is for those who want to forget Krishna or who want to become Krishna. So everything has its price. This is natural. If with our mind and our desire we would enter the transcendental world, Goloka Vrindavan, how much disturbance would this create there? They are so pure, they are so full of love to Krishna, they cannot think anything else than mind. They have so much eternal. There is no past, no future. There is always the present. This is reality. We are living in the future. We are planning how nice will be my future. And we live in the past and remember this I must, the next time I'm in future I must do like this, then it works. Then it will work, then you will enjoy. But nobody lives in the present. You must meditate about these things. We are planning for the nice future, fulfill our desires. Karma Kanda means like this. And we try to avoid what we did wrong in the past. But there's no way out as long as we are not understanding that in this world there will never be happiness. We always have to pay the price. Because if this would be the place of happiness, then it must be eternal. Otherwise, death is not nice for the most of us. When you identify with body, then you have to go through this. In transcendental world, this is not. There's always now, there's ever new, and there's no end of ecstasy and always growing. Like the pastimes of Lord Krishna in Vrindavan, eternal. But they always, he's as a child there, he is as a young boy there, he is playing in the forest, he is playing with his boyfriends, he is going with the cows. It's always same, but it's always different. It is always increasing and increasing love and devotion and beauty. Unlimited. We should not think that God's sitting on a throne and looking, they're enjoying nicely, I have to sit here and look at them and say, no, you go to hell, you go to heaven. No, it's not. This is not. This is a speculation. The Shastras and those who are coming from there, they're telling us. They give us a hint. We cannot speak about this because we cannot understand now. Because we have a different imagination what is happiness. what is reality. I think we have to close, otherwise I don't want to frustrate. You ask me some other question.
Ask a very brief question. If according to you, the Western...
According to me, you should not say.
I don't know, because this
I'm not speaking what I think.
is a big person and this thing. I don't think in the Shastras they deal with that. But the image, the Western iconography of God the Father, this man with a long beard, dressed in white, on the throne.
He's good, Father.
Yes, no, that's the thing. The hair look and then the hairstyle and everything. But I mean, which kind of Deva, because that is not Krishna, so he must be a Deva. Which Deva is that more or less?
What?
This God with the long beard and white hair, Brahma?
Who? What do we understand? What do you understand? Have you seen a picture of Deva with beard?
Maybe Brahma, sometimes he has a beard, but I'm not sure.
We don't speculate on this. They have no cross form. They may have a beard or not, this is not the thing, you know. When first sadhu or yogi I met in India, he had a beard very long and his hair went down to the earth. So big. But this is only external, you know. We're wearing tilak like this because Vaishnava, this is Vaishnava. Shaivites, they wearing, yes. And there are different signs, external signs, but this is not, there's no meaning. This is, we should not judge according to the external form. We are seeing what is, we are seeing deeper. We should see with the soul, eyes. Like when you go to Vrindavan or the holy places, wherever there are pure devotees and there are so-called devotees or so-called sadhus imitating, and there are karmis, means those who are in the material world. But if you get the eyes to see, even there are thousands of people in Europe. If there's one pure sadhu, then you immediately know. You immediately will know. Because a real sadhu. And if we have these eyes, they are not seeing the form. They are not seeing. There's another connection there, transcendental. And then are those who are not realized on this level. They judge through with the material eyes. They see, oh, he looks like sadhu. Oh, he's a sadhu. There are sitting so many sadhus in front of the temples. and asking. Nowadays there are 80 or 90% of professional sadhus. I mean beggars. They have a house, family at home, and when they go to work, to beg, to sit the whole day before the temple, they wear sannyas dress. Is it not?
Yeah, every possibility is there.
Yes. And in here find everything.
You can find whatever you want to see, it is there already in the world. It is made of the totality.
Yes, yes.
Whatever reason you follow, it is there already in the world.
Yes, everything. The most beautiful thing and the most horrible thing you can find. And the wonderful thing in India is they can live together. The tolerance is there. If you're here in the West, it is dangerous, you know. If you speak something wrong, you know, or it is not according to their thinking, then you become an enemy. But their religion or the Dharma in India is so tolerant. The Muslims, they tolerate. And the Muslims become also different. When Janmashtami is or any Jagannath festival, Muslims also chant. They also celebrate. And I see in Vrindavan, I was wondering, a Muslim with a beard driving rickshaw. And they're not saying Allah Akbar or whatever, they say Jai Radhe, Jai Radhe. In the past, nowadays it's changed so much, you know. I know for so many years back, you know, Jai Radhe, 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 Radhe. They chant the name of Radha. So, this was different. Nowadays they make some groups to they bring the Kali Yuga into the plane. Anything more we can speak?
What are the
Obstacles. My biggest obstacle is my false ego. One has to become sincere. Srila Maharaj, he says, two things are important if you want to understand the reality, the real thing. The first is sincerity, and the second is humility. You cannot approach Supreme as a buffed up guy. Say, I'm a sannyasi, I am a famous scientist, I am professor, I was the president. You have a post here. I want to be president here also. No, all these things we have to remove, all these imaginations, what we think, what this has any meaning here. Nobody This is disqualification. They have no position there. First we must approach like this. And then according to our devotion, according to then our real self will come out. And there we find where we belong to. We may go to Vaikuntha. God is great and we are begging you. We may go to Ayodhya, to Ramchandra's place in the spiritual plane. His God is, he is a king. Hare Krishna. Or we may go to Vrindavan. Nobody knows that Krishna is God. He is just a boy like everyone else. When Krishna running away from the rasa dance, once he ran away, and they with Radharani, and all the gopis follow him, but they could not find him. So Krishna manifested himself in the forest in the beard of Vishnu. Then all the gopis come running. Vishnu, did you see Krishna? Can you show, please? And they were very, did you see our Krishna? So he was respected like God, but actually the interest was only Krishna. And when Radharani asked him, can you show where Krishna is? And he could not maintain his form as Vishnu, four-handed. He could not maintain, he melted. Radharani come close to him. And she was feeling so separation, vipalamba, from the Lord. He could not tolerate. This is the highest plane where we can think of. No, we cannot think of. We should not even think of. It is only for those who are fit to understand this. What was the obstacles? Huh? Maharaj left. So we are directed to Vrindavan, but we are sitting here in the Western, in a chaos, in a world they would call hell. But for us we always think, no, it is a wonderful place. And this is our mistake or our deficit. We cannot understand higher levels. So, we have finished. Time is over. Few minutes. Krishna. some comments? Then we can close here. Jai Sri Radha Govinda Ki Jai Sri Gaurang Mahaprabhu Nityananda Ki Jai Sarvate Ki Jai Sri Gurudev Nityananda Vishnu Parvanam Sadhaka Stodasya Shima Bhakti Vaibhav Puri Goswami